Assalamu alaikum students. Dear students, today we are going to start chapter 11 of our book File Management. So we open our book practical section and chapter practical section File Management. In this chapter, what we discuss how to manage the files. So how we locate our store files. For example, in my computer, I open my PC and here you can see in my PC are two drives C and D, and I can open my softwares from this folder, my work from this folder, music in this folder. So we have to manage and store all the files in a proper folder. We also learn open and import files of different types, save the files in a hierarchical order. We also learn how to create a folder and how to save the files in that folders. In this chapter, we discuss some generic files and non-generic files, and the major thing that we are going to learn in this chapter, that is our file extensions. Every file have a two parts in their name. First is the file name and second is their extension. And what is the extension? We have to know about it. Basically, extension tells you in which program you have to open that file. Every file that you create in your documents, like you are going to create a file in Microsoft Word, the extension is docx. So every file that you see in your computer having its extension, and some extension is a generic extension, generic files we call them. These files you can open without any software in any device. For example, txt, this is a notepad file and you can open in your mobile phone, your computer, and anywhere. PDF, this is a portable document file, and this is a you can open also in the mobile and your smartphones and other devices, tablets, your PC, your Mac, everywhere you can open this device, and you have to not to install any separate special software for this. But in non-generic files, for example, Microsoft Word file, Microsoft PowerPoint file, a Microsoft database, Microsoft Access, you have to install the appropriate software to open that files. So generic files are you can open without any software. In this file, in this chapter, we are having only one source file. That name is remora.jpg. JPG is our picture extension, and only one picture file is given to you for practice of task A and task B, task 11A, task 11B. We also do this task in today lecture. So manage file effectively. How we can manage file effectively on our HDD and solid state drive SSD. We have to save our files in appropriate folder in a proper manner. So for example, I am going to do a work, so I create a special folder for that, and I save that file in that folder. So File Explorer give us option to save these files. Window E you can press, and a search button is also given here. When you are going to search the file, any you can search any app, any program, or any file from the search. Okay, students, task 11A. This task give us how we can create a folder and how we can save our files in our appropriate folder. So I am going to open my computer RD drive. So in task given us, create a new folder, store your work for this chapter. Call this folder name chapter 11. Create a new two subfolders, source files and a second folder worked. So first of all, I do this task. I create here a new folder and give the name chapter 11, and in the this inside this chapter 11 I create a folder source files, and other folder worked. Next part of this task is open the file Remora in any graphic package. Graphic package mean you can open this folder picture file paint in Adobe Photoshop and any software. Save the image Remora in your source file. So I'm not going to save using the Adobe Photoshop. I just copy this file from my source files folder of chapter 11 to my source folder here. So this was our task 11A that we completed it. Task 11B, edit the source file folder created task 11A so that date the file was created. Number one, date of the file that was created, and the image dimensions are displayed. Take a screenshot of this folder and save this in work folder. So we have to get the screenshot of our file that we save in it, and they mention the date of the file, and dimensions of the file also display in your screenshot. So we open this folder that we save here, and here size is given, type is given, date is given here, dimensions is not given here, and here is the path or address of the file, chapter 11 source files and remover.jpg. So click on the view. This is also a detail view, and in content view you can see dimensions and also date taken, and here this. Okay, so you how to get the screenshot? You simply can press Windows Shift S, and the best method is you open snipping tool, and you take the image like screenshot of this. In this screenshot you can see date of taken. I just copy paste, so date is in 2009, but you save this file in a new as a news picture. So your current date appear here, and dimensions is here, and path is here. So I save this file in our work folder, and give any name. Normally you can give the name of your candidate number in your Cambridge exams when you are going to save any file. But if evidence file is given in Microsoft Word format, you copy paste in the screenshots in your evidence files. So I just capture PNG name, give the and save the file in the worked. Here is the evidence file. Here is the screenshot. Screenshot methods are different, and you can use any type of any method of screenshot taking. So this is our task 11B that we completed. Hopefully you understand this. Here are some generic files that we discuss in this chapter and learn in this chapter. First of all, comma separated values. And normally this file is given to you in your source folders, and source file CSV static.csv, and like I open your book source files order third edition, and here I go with the chapter 14, here these files are RTF format, rich text format of Microsoft Word. You can open in Microsoft Word or any word processor. Chapter 19 is our Excel, and in this you can see chapter 18. Ah, 18. Here are the CSV files, car.csv, customer.csv. So normally this CSV file you use in your practicals in Microsoft Excel and Microsoft Access. And chapter 21, this is containing HTML, CSS, PNG, JPG, CSS, many files. So these are the web files, and we use these files. These are the non-generic files, and we discuss these files also, uh, like CSS, shading style sheet. We learn about this in detail in chapter 21. RAR or zip file. Normally when you get the book or any download the software, you get that software in RAR format, and you have to extract this in extract. Basically this is a compressed folder, and we have to extract into a file, then we can use it. We can use to extract this RAR, we use software WinRAR, WinZip, or 7zip. So you can install any software on your computer. So we use this compression for reducing the file size image, and we also use to, for example, in a folder we are having a 100 files or 200 files, and we make a single file, RAR, a zip file, and we copy a single file from one USB to any other drive, and other media we can copy easily. A second best benefit of RAR zip file is this: when you compress these files in a single file, virus cannot destruct your all files. This zip file protect your all other files. So compression is we used how to compress these files. This is very easy. I am using 7-zip and Windows original. For example, we have to compress these all files. You Control A, select all files, right click, and add to archive. So make a single file. You just click on OK button, and this is make the chapter 21.zip. If you are going to make zip file, RAR file, you can use from here any other format of the compression. So this is also non-generic part. Zip is a generic, and RAR and DAR, other compression files, are non-generic. So the assignment you have to do, you have to open your computer by computer, and you see many files, and you just click on right click on the and go to properties of that file, and you write down on your notebook the extension of the file and in which software we are going to open that file. File When you save file, for example, I save the file from the Adobe Illustrator. The extension is AI, and when I save the file from the Photoshop, the extension is PSD. PSD means Photoshop document. So every program in which that file we are going to create, that program gives the extension of that file. So hopefully you understand the lesson, and if any question you can ask from me anytime. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.